It is embarkation day. We are up, we've eaten breakfast, our luggage is ready. It's just a little bit early for us to head to the pier. We don't want to be there too early, but we have a pretty early check-in time, so everybody's super excited and ready. How about you, Natalie? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Because we have way too much luggage, and we are now on our way to Pier 27, and it looks like clear traffic, so here we go.
Brandon's settled over.
Say hi.
Hi, Brandon's in the back with all the luggage. We're going.
On board, we made it into our room. We are in between two cabins. You can see right there, right in the background, you can see Golden Gate Bridge. Down below it says Port of San Francisco right outside our balcony window. Right over here, that room right there is also our cabin. We have a regular balcony and then an extended balcony. It's just a little bit wider, it's easier to walk around, but the same kind of like basic furniture. But we're super excited. We are waiting on getting our luggage so we can unpack. But everybody's super pumped about being on board. So a lot more to come from today. We'll go ahead and probably go do the welcome aboard party, that sort of stuff, and video going over the Golden Gate Bridge, or under the Golden Gate Bridge, and everything else that kind of this first day has to entail. So keep tuned.
We ordered a scooter from Scootaround, and we were told that there was going to be a little booth set up in the terminal in San Francisco, and there was not, and nobody there knew anything about Scootaround. So we got on the ship. Grandma had to use her walker, then we had to get a wheelchair and push her on. Now we're here, we're still waiting for the scooter. We went down to guest services, and guest services says it'll be delivered by 1:30. We get to our room and there's no scooter. So we called Scootaround and guest services again. It turns out they didn't have room for their booth at this port, so they're delivering all the scooters on board right now. So we'll get back to you and let you know if it actually got delivered, but as of right now, we're still waiting.
All right, a little update on our Scootaround. It was delivered outside the room. You can see there. We have it apart, and it fits kind of sticking out into the room, but considering that it is a mobility device, still plenty of room. You can see here to kind of move around. Sorry, the room's all tore up because trying to get it put together for our 10 days. But I have a feeling there's going to be a little bit of like a learning curve for Grandma to get used to the mobility device, but we'll make do. We are about 2 hours, maybe an hour from leaving the port, and we have most of our luggage. I think we're missing maybe 2 pieces of luggage, and we're pretty far along in unpacking. We'd love to get unpacked at the start of the cruise so that we can just enjoy the rest of our time, but we have early seating, so we'll head down at 5:30 and do dinner, and then the kids have already gotten checked in to Kids Club. They love Kids Club on Carnival Cruise. on their Carnival cruises, so it's kind of like their thing. Like they really enjoy it. So they'll probably do that. They'll probably do that after dinner. We might check out like comedy if they have it, or whatever show, like Welcome Aboard show or whatever. But stick with us and we'll show you what happens. Once you arrive at your muster. So the sail away party is just starting right now up on the Lido deck. It looks like they are putting away all the stuff. And it seems like we're starting to push back just a little bit. See a little bit of extra space between us and the dock, the pier. So we should be sailing out soon and getting going up to Alaska. So as I sit here watching the guys finish up down there, getting us pushed off, just wanted to talk about Embarkation. The whole process, we stayed at the Embassy Suites in South San Francisco. A little disappointed about that, and it has nothing to do with the hotel. Just, you know, you're out of San Francisco. We knew that we were going to be out of San Francisco. But, you know, it's away from everything. So to come in and do stuff, it's a come in and do stuff sort of thing. So if you're sailing out of San Francisco, definitely try to stay somewhere in the city, and that way you're closer to the stuff. So we arrived at the port at about 9:40. Our Uber was about a 50 minute ride from South San Francisco. The getting in, it didn't take that much time. There was definitely a lot of synergy, you know, people getting off the Miracle, and they're going about their way, and the place to put your luggage for the porters was kind of in the same spot for those people that were leaving. You know, we're cruisers. We've cruised from many ports before, and it felt just a little like tight right there. Especially like comparing to if you're familiar with like Long Beach, it's definitely set up kind of cramped. It felt a lot more like the goers and comers were interacting a lot more. So we had a 10 o'clock check-in time. I'm platinum, so able to get into that A1 time slot. We arrived, like I said, around 9:40. We went straight up to the line. We showed them our deals, our boarding passes. They wanted to see our passports and vaccination cards. I asked if Verifly was okay. They said, sure, let me see your Verifly. So you know, went in, showed them the pass, and everything was good. And as we said earlier, we asked at that time, you know, where is the scoot around location, and they said to get on the ship, and that we would be able to get on the ship. So from the place where they initially check you in, we took an elevator up because of one of the traveling group is she needs some mobility assistance, so we went up the elevator. We were able to go straight through security. There was maybe one person in front of us before we went through. Pretty simple. There was that one pretty quickly. They checked again our health documents. I asked for if Verifly was okay, but the person still wanted to see our passport, but didn't need to see our vaccination card. I was okay with it. You know, we brought everything. We made sure, and that's something for you if you're setting it up. Make sure that you bring all of the physical copies, even though the apps let you do this and that. Make sure that you have it set up so that you're ready to go. They checked it. We went through, and then we went up to guest services, or the next check-in spot. So at the check-in spot, I gave, we started with my check-in. The person scanned my passport. Everything was good, and then I gave her my son's passport, and something went wrong with the machines. And the people here, they work hard. They're doing a great job. They're not in control of technology, and it's important that we just go with the flow. But it took quite a long time. I would want to say maybe like 25 minutes at that place, and it's really hard with you have a 7-year-old, an 8-year-old, a 9-year-old, and they get antsy. So the people were working, like they're trying their hardest, and I appreciate them trying their hardest, but it was a little frustrating. We got through it. Everything was good. We went over, found a spot to sit. By that point, we finally found a wheelchair. As I said before, we'd hoped to have the scoot around set up, but it wasn't set up. So we went ahead and they helped out my mother-in-law, got her a wheelchair, and we sat down with our group, and we boarded right around, I want to say maybe 10:45. So just a little bit later than the appointment said. So Carnival is new to the port. There's only been a couple of cruises that's come out of here. I'm sure that they're working through the process. They're trying their best. But it definitely was later than that 10 o'clock time. So if you have an earlier like embarkation time, come. Be ready to maybe wait just a little bit longer than what that says. Like in Long Beach, if I have an 11 o'clock appointment, I'm boarding at like 11:10. So, almost an hour later. It's a little frustrating for the kiddos, but I'm happy. We're on a cruise. We're ready to go. So, super awesome. So it looks like we are leaving the port. And here we go. We have a lot more water between us and the pier. And right over there, you can see some water moving. Obviously, the propellers are pushing the water back, and we are setting off. You can no longer see that cool sign that says Port of San Francisco. It has to go way down here. But here we go. Let's do it, people. Let's do it.